it's about Africa. We hid our African, roots and African culture by putting on native costumes, and that carried this tradition for almost 160 years. So now it's all in the open, and they gave it the nickname of Mardi Gras Indians. We really didn't do that. It was massive, to celebrate our African culture, celebrate who we were as a people. So that's what this is all about. That's why this tradition has been passed on for 160-something years. It's going to be continually going on for another 107 because each one has to teach one.
Right.
This is why you see all these children in this, and it ain't going nowhere. So.
Right. All right, and tell them who you are, just so they know.
My name is Benny Russell. I'm the gang. I'm known as the gang side for Simone Water. But as of now, call me the war chief.
The war chief.
Of the Timbuktu War.
Gotcha. You want this?
Wild man pop.
Wild man. Timbuktu. Don't know how. Appreciate y'all. Alright, thank y'all for coming back. On my last video, somebody asked that I do a commentary to explain some of the things that's going on, and I will do that. If you don't want to hear a commentary, I'll post another video without me talking. I'm not going to talk the whole time, but I will say, things that need to be said. So this is Downtown Super Sunday. It isn't the Downtown Super Sunday, but it is like a spinoff. The original Downtown Super Sunday was sponsored by Tambourine and Fan, and it happened around Claiborne area. This one is starting on the Bayou. This one started after Katrina, around 2010 or a little after maybe. And this is one of the founders, Young Brave Hunters, and this is Chief James. Alright, so you remember how I was telling y'all about the original Super Sunday. So the original Super Sunday was around Claiborne and it ended at Hunter's Field. This one starts at the Bayou and it ends at Hardin Park. Same area, but it's a little bit different route. And I apologize for all the wind that's blowing. I'm sorry about that, but it's super windy as y'all can see those feathers blowing. But y'all just roll with me, it's gonna get better. Alright, y'all remember now, it's 3 Super Sundays. Uptown, Downtown, and West Bank. And again, this is the one for Downtown. Okay, these are the New Orleans traditional baby dolls. And they have an interesting history. I'll do a video on them another day just to explain everything that's going on. Because it's a lot. But I love that they're keeping the culture alive, especially with the babies. they was rolling. All right, so as y'all can tell, there is no real formation when it comes down to these Super Sunday parades. For the most part, whatever groups organize it, they have the most say so who goes first and who goes last. But for everybody in between, they kind of get in where they finish. So you might see a video with a couple of groups, and then it might look different on somebody else's video because other gangs or tribes are joining in. And I know they say don't say gangs, but some people call themselves gangs. So some people are joining in and some people are, whatever. So there's no real rules to it. They go where they want to go. All right. And y'all probably gonna see the same thing twice. That's because I was standing in one spot and then I moved. So word to the wise, if you want to go see this Super Sunday, don't really go to the beginning because you're not going to see all of them. Because remember, people are joining in as time goes on. Okay, y'all see that Indian right there that's holding that stick? All right, so now they use pretend weapons. Back in the day, they actually had real guns, real sticks, real knives, real hatchets. All that stuff was real, and they would actually hit each other with it. The Indians used to be violent. It wasn't until maybe the 80s, I guess, 80s or 90s that they actually stopped. They had a reputation for being violent, but it's credited to Tootie Montana for being the one that actually helped to foster some change in the community. In the Indian community, I'm sorry. And I'm going to explain it a little bit later when I talk about the suits. I saw an article one day that said that the Uptown Indians have flat suits and the Downtown Indians have 3D suits. So that's not true. As you can see, these Indians right here, they have the 3D suits. That guy right there is actually David Montana. He is the nephew of Tootie Montana. We're just talking about Tootie Montana. That's his nephew. And you can hear a lot of Afrocentric beats with him. All right, so let me get back to the suits. So remember I was telling y'all about the violence and stuff. So Tootie Montana changed the way that they battle because instead of battling with guns and knives and stuff like that, they would battle amongst their suits. So Tootie spent a lot of times making these very elaborate 3D suits. So what I've noticed is the people that have those 3D suits, it's not that they're from downtown, but they're most likely from the Seventh Ward, and they have a lot of connection to Tootie Montana. So the Indians, if you're from New Orleans, I'm gonna say between Elysianville, St. Bernard, and Claiborne and St. Claude, they wear the 3D suits. Everybody else, they wear patchwork. All right, next up we got the Mohawk Hunters. The Mohawk Hunters is actually one of the first tribes from Algiers. So they're actually from the West Bank. It's two. This is the first one. I'll show you the other one a little later. But this is the Mohawk Hunters. They also have a lot of Africa in them. You'll see it. You see the lady on stilts. You can see by their drums, the way they beat their drum, that they got a lot of African. Their chief is Big Chief Casby. Very well respected in the community, in the Indian community, and everywhere. He's a respected guy. He used to actually be a principal and all. But his tribe, they always come hard. All right, so pay attention to this group. This group is actually called Wild Chopper Tulas. This is another old Indian tribe that has been around for a very, very long time. They have very nice suits. They're another one that always come in hard. But just pay attention to them because I'm going to tell you something else in a couple of minutes. That's the Big Chief right there. Just keep watching. All right, so when y'all see this Indian coming, y'all should already know where he's from. Look at his suit. Yep, he is from downtown. If you pay attention, see this guy right here? So this is actually, Daryl Montana. This is the son of Tootie Montana. If you press pause and kind of get in that video, he actually have his daddy on his suit. This guy was nice too. So he got the moving targets on his apron, on his arm. Check it out.
Oh man, thank you.
And that's flat patches. They're all beautiful. I love them all. I can't pick a favorite. Now this is Creole Osceola. They also have a very unique suit. So it looks different. Just pay attention. See how their suit is? And look at everybody else's. Look how their feathers look. They also have a different suit. So you'll kind of notice them. They stand out as well. All right, so look at these guys. They also from the 7 Walk, but look, they don't have 3D suits. So remember, they don't always have to have 3D suits. Just the ones that's from that particular area and the ones that's more what Tootie Montana does. Now, this is Fayaya. He is with the Mandingo Warriors. If anybody, the most African references that you're going to get, that's this guy. This is the one I was talking about in my video. He says once he puts his suit on, he's somebody else. This man the truth. Fayaya. By the way, rest in peace, Kim Bute. She's actually the sister of Fayaya that was murdered a couple years back. I have a video of her beautiful funeral that she had. It was an Indian procession. I love it. All right, so remember I was telling y'all about Wild Chopper Tulas. This group is also called Wild Chopper Tulas. They both call themselves the original Wild Chopper Tulas. They both come from the exact same group, but it's 2 different ones. Just letting y'all know because some people may have noticed it, but they're both Wild Chopper Tulas. It's the same ones that y'all saw at the Uptown Super Sunday. Both of them were there. So yes, just in case y'all want to know, it does not matter where you're from. You can participate in any Super Sunday. If you're from Uptown, you could come to downtown. You could come to the West Bank. It don't matter. It's all about the culture. All right, so y'all should already, if y'all watch my channel, y'all should already know who this is. This is Black Hatchet from the Ninth Ward, Lower Ninth Ward. That's from the Ninth Ward. That's the biggest one that I've seen in a long time. He got all the positions. He got the flag, he got the spies, and he got more than one. He got like 3 queens. They look real good this year. Well, they look good every year, but just to let y'all know, this Black Hatchet. They also one of the founders. Their chief is also one of the founders of this particular parade that y'all watching right now.
All day long, Lord Night War.
And if y'all are looking, y'all gonna see a couple of people stop. It's hot, so y'all probably say why they don't have their crowns on. It's super hot. I know it just started, but like you got to keep in mind, it's New Orleans. It's like 80 something degrees, and they got these hot suits on. And they, you know, they hot, y'all. So don't y'all go in the comments talking about them. They really hot.
Yeah, right there.
So look, it's easy to spot the old Indians because they always going up to all the chiefs. They get love from everybody. They love to let them know they're pretty. And they'll do their dancing and they singing. That's how you know you're dealing with some old time Indians. And right after you see the lime green, you're going to actually see some more Indians. That's actually the 9-1 hunter. So if y'all look right there, that's just passing. That's actually the ones that's with Chief Romeo. I know y'all love Romeo because he's safe. That's his tribe right here. Now, I'm not sure if he came a little later, but at this point, he wasn't there. But y'all know I love to video him, so y'all know he wasn't there. I would definitely would have had it. This is called the Skull and Bones game. Like I said, I'm gonna do a video again explaining all this stuff, because you know our history, our culture is unmatched, y'all. So y'all can see, y'all, you know, look at them drums. Y'all can see Africa all up in there. Just now that you know that we know, we're gonna look at it totally different when we see stuff. We're not gonna just see people dressing up. You're gonna see it for what it really is in its culture. Hey, y'all pay attention to this suit. It's not just 3D. It's actually 3D with the beads. It's kind of like, beads almost resemble like a patchwork. So it's also like a different, very unique suit. Check them drums out. Remember I told you we're going to start looking at everything differently now. All right, and this is the Algiers Warriors coming up. So remember I told y'all there was 2 groups from Algiers. This is the second one. So this is Big Chief Troy. The first one was the Mohawk Hunters, and this one is Big Chief Troy. What I will say about Chief Troy, he always have big pretty sticks. His apron is always big. His tribe might be small, but he always has the most support. Other than outside the Ninth Ward maybe, he always has the most people with him, from what I noticed. Like, they deep. They always support their chief. I saw an article that said, are black Indians really Indians? And I'm like, y'all could look in the face of some of these people and see that they have Indian blood in them. And, you know, most of us, New Orleans is a big gumbo. Not gumbo with just food. I'm talking about gumbo with people. We are a mixture of so many different races inside of us. But a lot of us have Indian blood in us. And I just can't see how y'all can look at these faces and see all the Indian that's in them. The high cheekbones and everything else. So while I do think that it's important to document stuff, because if we don't document it, we're going to lose it. Just got to be careful sometimes of what you're reading, because you don't know who it is that's answering these questions. And I'm not no professional either, but I do ask around and I make sure I get the information. Because y'all got to remember, this is tradition. This stuff was passed down by word of mouth. So it's up to us to keep this culture alive, and we will. So coming up is Chief Bayou. He is the one that is ending the parade. He's saying nobody coming behind him. He is the last one. He is another one of the founders of this parade. I like this chief because, again, he got a nice stick, and his group always they always come with it, and they always sing. So if you'll pay attention to me, I'm only following Indians that sing. So I will find a group and I will roll with them the whole time if they sing, because I love to hear them sing. So y'all can love it too. Y'all can go ahead and listen. And remember, if y'all have questions or if I said something wrong and you want to correct me, go ahead and put it in the comments. And that's it. Thank y'all. Y'all keep watching.